And we're live. This is a testing, 1, 2, 3 moment. I don't know. I don't even know if we're broadcasting. Let me see myself on the next device to make sure so we are broadcast. We're supposed to say morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, and shout out to the people going out to work. And it's midday, so shout out to the people going out to lunch and these things. Yo, PG and Let's Bond TV, please let me know if y'all can hear me. We're trying to work out a thing right now. We're trying to set up so we good for tomorrow morning. Y'all let me know if you can't hear me. Loud and clear? Loud and clear. All right. Loud and clear. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Man, we're having a whole heap of technical issues, and they're beyond me. They're even beyond my equipment. YouTube itself, I owe you an explanation, so I have to explain. YouTube itself is having issues, which made me think that my computers and my equipment are the ones that are having issues. We just discovered this morning that is YouTube that's having the issues when you try to go live, right? So we spent all morning trying to work through these issues, but these issues can come back at any time because it's beyond our control. And I'm sitting here getting ready to go spend money for get all new equipment and stuff, right? Thinking that it was my equipment when it actually is YouTube. So I just went on a expert site and they walked me through and I realized it says YouTube, right? So YouTube was having an issue this morning with showing the cameras. So we couldn't get the cameras for work no matter what. Every time we set up the live, it said you cannot access your cameras because some other device is using them. Some other app is using them already, which no app was using my cameras. And we have to go into the computer try to figure out what. But it wasn't us. So here we are, and I did nothing, absolutely nothing, but waited and come back again and restart the live now, and everything went through just now. So I'm thinking it can happen at any minute. I'm giving you a heads up just in case. All right. At any minute you're not hearing me anymore, please let me know. No, me paro, because me I feel like say something wrong can happen any minute now. Jerome Pearson says, chat, why do I feel like Flo is a politician always? Have some excuses with his broken promises. Jerome, don't do me like that one. Don't do me like that. Watch, at the same equipment me I use from when you hear me, I go shh, 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 the other day. I know me, it's not my fault. Technicalities, my friend. Oh God. So here we are on this beautiful day, regardless of whatever is going on. We still are try keep our spirits up and stay joyful and these things. We have a lot to give thanks for. First of all, we wake up healthy and strong, and all our children and family members are healthy and strong today. So with that said, we have a whole heap to give thanks for starting off like that, right? Um, RR123 says hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, please. You know what to do with it with myself. May I itch Audrey Let's One TV. All right, well there. Listen, we have limited time because I know I'm gonna pick up my daughter at a certain amount of time when her mommy is not around. And these are one of the days when wifey is not here. She gone about her business this morning. She have her thing going. So it falls on me today to fill in the slack and do what I have to do. So with limited time, let's jump right into what we have to talk about, right? So I have a message to the Hispanics because I see what's going on out there, and they're saying that black people are forsaking them, and black people must remember that they are next, and all these things. So I have a message that I'm going to put out on this platform, and I'm going to do that message in plain English, no patois in it, because I don't want anybody to miss what's being said. Um, Ananda Lewis. Ananda Lewis has passed away. I think we're going to address that one first. And then some updated information about what's going on in the Sean P. Diddy trial. And what else is there? Let me see what else we have on the table. Oh, the squash gets set up. And now we know for sure that squash got set up. Let me hang on to your seats because this is going to be kind of a bumpy ride, right? Because we start out late and we're trying to play a catch up. I will still try to be as eloquent as possible and I will still try to deliver the best that I can without seeming too rushed and too mumble jumble up. So, Ananda Lewis, if you are around my age group and you grew up with Ananda Lewis is one of them fly girls who I had a huge crush on back in the day when she was hosting. Y'all remember Teen Summit? She was hosting Teen Summit and MTV video music stuff and all that, right? So Ananda Lewis has passed away. Why? You know, when I look at somebody like Ananda Lewis, it only brings to the forefront the realization. But this is something I tell you every day here, though. Don't play with your time with life. I mean, have fun, play, but don't waste your time, as in take it for granted, feeling like you have forever and all these things. Because you look at her, she looks so young and beautiful and vibrant, and the way I remember her is young and beautiful and vibrant. And even at 52 years old, her last set of videos I was watching this morning, she is one of the 52 years old people that could pass for. If she told a dude in the street that she met, yo, I'm 30, I'm 32, he would probably believe it. So she looked good, right? She looked well preserved from the outside on the camera. And then now our connection is unstable. These are the things that I'm talking about right here. I just got a notification that says our connection is unstable. Wanna see? Me paro. Cause anything can happen. When it's not the sound, it's the notification then if it gets stuck, we're done right there because we're gonna have to start all over again. Okay, so Ananda Lewis, for those who don't know, former MTV video disc jock and talk show host, she has passed away. She passed away after a lengthy battle with breast cancer. She was 52 years old. Like I said earlier, she looked about 32 years old. Lewis' sister, Lakshmi, announced the devastating news on Facebook first and then other places on June 11th. Her sister said, she's free now. She's free. And she is in her heavenly Father's arms. She wrote this alongside a black and white photograph of Ananda, and she said, Lord, rest her soul. Ananda Lewis passing this week comes nearly 5 years after she first revealed that she had stage 3 breast cancer diagnosis. Freezing again. In an Instagram post, October 2020, I see us freezing again still. Ananda Lewis opened up about her breast cancer diagnosis and how it progressed to stage 4. She said, my first plan, I want you all to listen to this, ladies especially. Listen to this. Man get breast cancer too. I don't know if you never know that, but listen to this. And you could apply this to testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and whatever else affects us. My plan at first was to get out all the excessive toxins in my body. This is what she said, revealing that she had decided to go against doctors' recommendation to have a double mastectomy done. She says she's not going to do the double mastectomy. She's going to put her body through the process, detox, and have her body heal itself. I felt like my body is intelligent, she said. And I know that to be true. Our bodies are brilliantly made, she said. She also said, I decided to keep, her tumors. She decided to keep her tumors. I don't know who did that advise her, but it was said that Cocotte went along these lines as well. I decided to keep my tumors and to try to work them out of my body a different way other than chemotherapy. Because, chemo is a scary thing. Chemo actually kills all the cancer cells in your body, but they kill a lot of good cells also. That is why it's a radical procedure. She said, I wish at the end, I wish I could go back now. And it's important for me to admit where I went wrong with this. It was a decision she made, taking a holistic approach, Audrey. Yes. So doctor said, cut off them 2 titties, it might save your life. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. My body is just filled with toxins. Later on, I saw where she said, you better be careful of the kind of life you're living, because she was living the kind of life where she was introducing a lot of toxins to her system. And she is saying that you pay for it down the road. And had she known what she knows now, she would have invested in her health longer time ago, like in ways like eating more healthier from earlier, not consuming certain things, and she went on to tell you about statistics says majority of the cancer cases, those were preventable. I think it's like 95 or 90% of cancer cases were preventable had the people known about, like, from the beginning, lived a life where you didn't put certain things into your body and you didn't live a certain kind of way, sacrifice your sleep for excitement and staying up all the time. Don't sleep deprive your body, get rest, allow your body to rejuvenate so it's able to fight, consume a lot of things that are high in antioxidants so that free radicals don't run loose in your system. Like, she was just talking about a bunch of different stuff, but she also accepted that she regrets not going another way. She first gained popularity back in 1997 when MTV hired her as a video jockey, and she hosted several shows on that network, including Total Request Live, Hot Zone, and others. But Ananda Lewis ultimately left MTV in 2001 to host her own daytime talk show, The Ananda Lewis Show. It premiered in September of 2001, and it lasted for 1 season. She said, I wanted a change. She told teen people at the time. And it was a matter of proving to myself that I can actually step out and do it. But she also later regretted rushing into her own talk show, and she admitted that it was overkill. I wish I had stopped the people that wanted me to do the show and said, not yet. It's a little too early to do this. It was overkill, she said, after the show was canceled. It wasn't what I felt like I signed up for. So although she took a brief break from television, The Ananda Lewis Show, she later returned to be a correspondent for The Insider, a spin-off of Entertainment Tonight between 2004 and 2005, and she also later appeared on reality TV series Celebrity Mold, Yucatan, and she hosted the A&E show called America's Top Dog and TLC's While You Were Out. So she kept working in television over the years. In 2023, shortly after MTV News shut down, Ananda Lewis reflected on her time on the network, and she said that it was a pillar of creative and diverse speech, and she noted that MTV News covered things that no one else could. She had her time on MTV, and that's where most of us know her from. The important message that I take from this, she said, to all the women out there, please do not shy away from getting your annual exams done like she did. She said she shied away from getting her annual. Here goes our camera now. See, all that friggery. She said she shied away from getting her exams done. Your annual exam. How many times I tell you here, I said, please go get your annual checkup. I just got my call this morning. As I was getting my car worked on, I got a call this morning from my doctor's office saying my annual is coming around in a couple of days, but my doctor is not going to be there, but they will have another doctor there. So do I want to go with the other doctor, or do I want to reschedule because my doctor will be back in 3 weeks after. So I said reschedule. Because I don't want to go through no process with no new person who is just trying to fill in. I want to go with somebody who I have a relationship already. Yeah. It sounds like it sounds funny when me say this, but the one man where did I feel up my balls already, me will stick to that one man there. Me don't want no new man to feel up my balls. Where Jerome there? I don't want no new man to feel up my balls and I bend over and cough me. I'll stick to the one that I've been working with for all this time. Right? Me kind of start get comfortable now. It took a while to get there, but I'm there. So I'll just, me know, let's buy, me know, bro. But you know, I think this is the stage where we have to laugh through these things, especially for my community and my people. Them where why everything, yeah. Me I try to tell my brother them say, brother, go get yourself checked. Go do it annually at least. At least when I was doing my contracts in OT, I had to do one for every contract. So that I ended up doing like, and I would take like 2 different contracts per year because each contract lasts 13 and a half weeks. So that's 3.5 months. And I'm 3 into 12, you know, 4 times. So I usually double over one contract. And then by the time I pick up a new contract now, may I do an extension on that, but they would require you to go back and do a physical again. So I would end up doing twice per year. Once I wasn't doing that and I got off the road, I started doing once per year. However, I don't miss. I make sure say me go do the once per year. And you know what? Even people that do once per year are sometimes misdiagnosed or your doctor missed something. And this is one of the reasons why I feel like I need to stay with one doctor, because once them get used to you, they will be able to pinpoint quickly something that looks different, something that seems different in your blood work, something that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said this morning to the receptionist, yeah, just have me reschedule. I'll wait. My doctor is on maternity leave. So I'll wait till, I guess his wife have baby and him get leave too. So I'll wait till he's back and I'll go see him again. But my thing do right now to please me, I beg you. I'm one of them too. I used to hate it. You know, coming from the military, you didn't have a choice. You were going to get that checkup, whether you wanted to or not, right? But after you leave military service, it's like on you to keep that up. And a lot of us let ourselves go. A lot of you out here who have never done no military service or a job where it required you to do it, you just feel like, say, me feel good. Me look good. Look at Ananda. She looked good. I know a lot of women that say, I bet you can't guess my age. And I true, me no want to hurt them feelings why me not guess them age and tell them real age. But them look every bit of the age they say they are not, right? But she actually looked different from her age. She could have well fallen in with the 30-something-year-old crowd and nobody would have known she was 52. She looked that good. But look what was happening on her inside. So please don't sit there telling yourself about you look good. Me look good enough. Me feel good too. Still go get your checkup. Still go and get your checkup and keep it on a schedule where it's a regular thing. All right. Health is wealth, my friend. I will always say this right here. I don't care how much material stuff you acquire over the years of being on this earth. Anytime that health of yours start to fade, the material possessions that will mean nothing to you. That way. Donna Davis says, I felt a lump in my breast and I called my doctor right away and he set up a test and it was cancer. So I'm treating it now. You see that? We don't need to stay on top of it. Our bodies are amazing. Yes, they can heal and rejuvenate. But if you leave stuff for too long, which is one of the biggest complaints in our community, especially for our men. See that prostate cancer, something that kill more black men than anybody else. And no, it's not no genetic predisposition. It is because we refuse to go get the checkup that is required. No man now put no finger in my bottle hole, man. Me prefer dead first. No, me not take them the kind of invasive sitting there. Now I feel like some gay dog. Bro, it when you start to suffer the illness itself on your way out the door, you're gonna wish say you did. You know, you're gonna wish you did. Because all they're gonna say to you is, well, you know, this is highly treatable. Many people have been treated and have recovered fully from this. That's not what you want to hear. Many people have been treated and recovered fully from this, so why am I dead from it? Because you waited too long. Because you waited too long. So stop with the waiting something. All of the man them pan here. I'm talking to my sisters too, but all the brothers on here, stop with the waiting something. Let's Man TV, Jerome, hold on, Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, all always stop with the waiting something. Set up your thing. Do it annually. All right? Audrey says, me always hum and staring at the ceiling. When them go for me pops here, and my mama, Titi and Pums just out there brawling so. But me do it anyway. Yeah, it's super invasive, right? You don't them have your spread out. So you can imagine how man stay. Or you can imagine how man stay, especially men from our culture. Me come and tell Gerald and say, yo, me just get my exam done, you know. The man tell me if he bend over and he put on some glove for his hand and he oil up his finger them. I bear why you hear about that? Why? Yo, bro, me not even want to hear about that. But we have to go laugh through it. We're gonna have to laugh through it if we plan on being here. Lil Red Gucci, I did a double mastectomy. There goes Lil Red Gucci right there. I was gonna say something and I was looking to see if you were here. And because you know it's not my place to say. Lil Red Gucci is here. So look at her comment. She said I did a double mastectomy and only had cancer on one side of my breast. I've known Lil Red Gucci my whole life. She's right there. Right there in the comment section. And Lil Red Gucci, can you tell them like how old you were when you first went through? Because a lot of our people are thinking that, oh, this is stuff you wait till you get into your 50s with. I'm trying to wake some of them up. So can you tell them like how old you were when you went through? Pay attention to her. If she answers you, you'll see the comment. You know? Like I said, I've known her my whole life. No, I don't get nobody too upset. Somebody don't want to say too much unless she wants to say, but it's very real. See the age? Look at the age she just put right there. Look at the age she just put right there. So when I say to you that you wake up every day thinking you have forever because you're still in your 20s or your young 30s, please understand that I'm speaking from a real place, from people who I know personally in my life that have been touched in ways with different things. Okay, so I can't stress more. Go get your regular checkups. Go get your regular checkups. Stop telling yourself about old people something. This only affects elderly people, like maybe my mom and them age. No, your age, like right now. And for those of you who are like in your 20s and 30s still, yeah, you, right now. Right now. All right. PG says, I've been doing mammograms since I was 35. You have Lil Red Gucci right there telling you 22. 22. That's baby age. Compared to where we're at now, right? We could have a 22-year-old. We have a 22-year-old. All right. Listen, I don't want to stay stuck on this topic because we have limited time because we started late with all this stuff going on. I noticed the camera keep doing this thing where it looks like it's going to malfunction, and I'm feeling kind of on edge to lose the live. I promise you, if we stop right now, I'll just come right back, do it all over. But we don't want to have to do that, right? Audrey Wright says, Lil Red Gucci, you are still here to tell your story. She's a survivor. Dorothy T says, PG, here they don't do it until you turn 50, unless it's a family trait. No, they will do it if you ask. They will do it if you ask. I told you, this is how I started getting tested. This is how I started. One of my doctors at the VA, he was like, I did everything on you, including wait till the paperwork comes back. So the paperwork came back and we were going through the different paperwork. And he was like, this right here, you didn't have to get that done until you're at least 40 something. This right here, we normally do this in older men when they hit their 50s. At that time, I was nowhere close to that age. And a part of me was like, why the hell he did all these when I never requested them? But another part of me said, boy, you better shut up and be thankful that he did them. And from now on, make sure that they do all of the same ones every year. Don't wait. Must have been something, because all of those I would have never asked for. I would have never asked for them because I grew up thinking, oh, this is for stuff like when you get into your older age, and this is for. Come to find out, a lot of younger people are actually passing away from these things that we think are for older people. So yeah, PG said I had a cyst removed from one of my breasts at 35, and every year since. At Dorothy T. Every year I do my mammogram, says Donna Davis. Yeah, man, my brothers in here, you're the ones I'm really, really talking to. These women, they'll get on top of their stuff. But my brothers, I'm really, really talking to. There are sisters out here, though, who aren't on top of it. I don't know if you're scared, but I'm trying to tell you to use Ananda. These are her last set of words. She said, if there's anything I can tell, I can pass on, is do not do like I did. Do not do like I did and put it off and put it off and then don't go. Keep telling yourself you feel good, you look good, you're all right. Don't do it. You want to be absolutely sure you are all right. All right? All right. We're going to move along from this topic. May Ananda Lewis's soul rest in peace. May her soul rest in peace. This is a part of life, you know, the passing part, the death part, if you will, the transitioning part, if you will. Everybody has their date coming at some point or another. Some before others. It's that point, that part. I'm sure her family who loves her, and her friends, they look at her like somebody who was vivacious and lively and had a lot more life left in her, but God knows best. You know what I mean? It's never on our timing. It's never on our timing. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Morning, SOUFLO.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Yeah, you had today mixed up with tomorrow, but it's okay.
I just saw it on the short, right? Oh God, man. I was going to roll up hot dog this morning, you know, and I was vexed. I was like, oh
Yeah.
God, come on.
And you got a lot of views on that one too.
I haven't looked at it yet, but
It's okay.
Oh God.
You've been going through a lot.
Yeah, man.
Well, anyway, about the cancer.
Mhm.
I've had a lot of family members die from cancer. My cousin in I think she's in St. Martin, and she just transitioned yesterday.
Oh gosh.
From breast cancer.
My condolences, my friends, to your family and you.
My mother died 2014 with lung cancer.
Was she a smoker?
2 years, yes, years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago, my father died of prostate cancer.
Oh wow.
And my sister died of uterine cancer.
Oh wow.
And my sister is younger than me.
So this runs heavy in your family.
Yes. And my father refused to go get checked because you know Jamaican men, like you said, don't like to be checked.
Mm-hmm.
So he went unchecked until it was too late.
So what I tell you, Samari, what does that tell you?
It tells me that I have to really pay attention to my body.
Okay. And are you doing so?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm in the nursing field, so I have to really pay attention.
Right, but not Missy. I work alongside y'all, and one of the things what bugged me out. I remember being at a hospital and I saw a doctor outside on a smoke break, and
Yes.
that bugged me out. The doctor was smoking a cigarette in his
They
white
smoke
coat.
cigarettes.
Yeah, and I said to myself, if
And they
anybody knows,
overeat.
and they
Like they're
overeat,
overweight.
and I said, if anybody knows the end result of that cigarette, it would be him.
My doctor, who became my children's doctor,
Mm.
because he had a family practice. He was from South Africa.
He smoked.
Nice man, but he was big.
Oh, he was
He had a
obese.
big belly. He was obese. But
And
he was a very good doctor.
that could be a killer too, man. That obesity is a
Man.
killer too.
I want to share some good news before I get off.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning,
Mm-hmm.
I became a grandma for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a little girl.
Oh, wow.
My baby girl had a baby girl.
Oh, wow.
And her middle name is Rosemary.
Your name.
Yeah.
So you're living on again.
Yes.
Oh,
and
man.
Yesterday was Wednesday. She came yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Next Wednesday is my birthday.
Oh, wow.
So it's two of us. Two of us are Gemini, June.
You have all kinds of reason to be smiling.
Yes, and her last name is Love.
Oh.
This is my daughter's first child.
Mm-hmm.
This is her fiance's first child.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first grandchild.
Oh,
this is her fiance's mother's first grandchild. So all of us are experiencing this for the first time.
Beautiful life.
Yes.
Beautiful life.
6 pounds, 12 ounces. I couldn't get there, so we had to do it by video. So I got to see it.
Thank God for technology, right? Because if I did back in the day, you couldn't do it by a beeper.
Exactly.
Yo, man, congratulations to you.
I'm flying out to Philadelphia soon.
Congrats to you.
I got to see my grandbaby.
I know you're super excited. Probably I got to spoil her up too.
Yes, everybody's gonna spoil her.
Oh. Congratulations,
even my daughter's father was able to see it.
Seeing.
He's in New York. I'm in Florida. And they set everything up so we could see everything.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was my good news.
All right.
Go back in that chat.
Keep smiling. Big up yourself.
Bye.
All right. All right. That's Marie's Message 411 TV, my fellow content creator sister. She is right here in our chat. You can hit her name, go over to her channel, right, and resonate with her content. Big up yourself, Marie. You get your first grand. Boy, I can't imagine how that feels. RR123 says, I don't have it in my family, so I wouldn't say that. Plus, my doctor has been my go-to for 24 years, Dorothy T says. You can hear the joy in our voice, Nans. Yes, man, a celebration of life. All right, we're going to switch gears, right? Switch topics, switch gears. So the next one I wanted to talk about was, I really want to talk about the Diddy trial because Diddy's trial has taken a wild turn. But before I go into that, I'll talk about, let me see, we got Ananda off the list. Let's talk about Squash getting set up. All right, Dancehall Entertainer Squash getting set up. I know I put a video up yesterday. I'm going to repeat some of the stuff that I said, but some of the stuff is here that I felt like I need to go over on a live. To my brothers, them that's just now coming to the United States of America. And when I say just now, I'm talking about if you came here like the last 5 years or so, and you're new, okay? And the ones then that just got here, you're super new. I keep on telling y'all, man, this United States of America is a different ball game. I have friends that are doing we call it football numbers. And to see where my life is now and to see all the things I've done, all the children I've made and raised, and all the places I've been and my experiences, and to know some brethren them that we were young at once, right, and had dreams and used to share our dreams with each other, and to see that they are still in the same facility, locked up in our same building. Some of them didn't even get transferred. They've been in that same building for 20 odd years and still have 20 odd years to go. 30 something years and still have more than 30 something years to go. This ain't the place. This ain't the place. And another thing, the United States of America is one of the countries that invest heavily in certain things. The kind of technology that's here now, I don't even know why people get involved in illegal activities anymore. Man, that was something from back in the day when surveillance wasn't so developed yet. Remember, I know me a big man. I'm coming from when we didn't have laptop computers and smartphones and these things. So back then, surveillance was not so good. You could have get away with some things. Haven't y'all seen how technology has advanced? Why would you want to even try anything thinking you can get away with it, especially here? I'll tell you another thing. There's a prison industrial complex in the United States of America. They're always looking for people to put in there. They keep building new prisons. The prisons have been privatized. They are on the stock market. They will love to house you. It's super easy to get in and it's super hard to get out. If anything else I could tell you is that watching some of you come here and you're in a good position. You're in a position to literally not only change your life, man, but to become the true breadwinner for your family, to really create generational wealth, to really change the tide of things. And to see the road that some of you continue to go down is like some people, nah, wise up. But I will keep on talking, but I also know the rough part is I can't save everybody. You only save who wants to be saved. And at some point, you have to go on to be saved. Trust me when I tell you that the temptation has been there for all of us, especially those of us who left Jamaica a long time ago and grew up here. The temptation has been there. But choices, my friend. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Hi, Sean.
Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning. All right. Choices. Choices, choices, choices. Choices have consequences. Choices have consequences. You see Squash Kiss? I saw a couple of people in the comment section yesterday saying, correction, SOUFLO. Nobody never set him up. Him do this to himself. Okay. I understand what you're saying, but I'm speaking to the specifics of the case. He was definitely set up. These streets ain't loyal. This street life and street people and integrity is gone. Culture has changed. I've been watching the first 48 for many years now. It's one of my favorite things to watch. I wish they would come out with some new episode like more regularly. Every now and then they drop a new episode. The first 48 showed me, because of all the years I've been watching it, I've only seen one person. They came over to the one guy and they said, well, we have your accomplice over in the other interrogation room, and he already told us everything. He already told us you did it. He already told us how you did it, why you did it. We just need to hear from you so you don't end up looking like a monster. I'll never forget. The brother said, that's what he told you? Really? All right, first of all, I don't even believe you. Second of all, I want my lawyer here. I don't have nothing else to say to you. So if you're going to take me down to the jail, go ahead and do that. And nothing else. And the brother really never said nothing else. They were out in the hallway. Give me a minute. We'll be back. He's a hard nut to crack. He's not going to say anything. Everybody else that I've seen, they either just start getting scared and start telling everything soon as they get locked in those rooms, or They got your mama in there telling you, you got to tell them, baby, because I want you to go away forever. Because you seen your mama and your grandmother crying like that, you start talking, or you hear them say stuff like, can I get a sandwich? Can I smoke a cigarette? Can I get a Coke? Something to drink? Once you hear that, just know, say, the rest is coming, right? Nobody is loyal no more. And for the fact that nobody is loyal no more and you can't do that by yourself, that should be another deterrent. Leave certain things alone. Y'all gonna end up in these people's prisons. And the last thing I'm gonna say about these prisons is, if you read the Constitution of the United States of America, it says that prison was abolished. Not prison, it says that slavery was abolished, except for what? Except for when you end up in the penal system, except for when you end up in a correctional facility, except for when you are found guilty and you are sentenced to time and you become property of the state. Once that, you are back in slavery and it is legal by the Constitution. Them can try experiment by you in there with a new drug before we let this out to the regular population. Let's do it in here and see what it does. We have to put it in the food first, though. You don't have a choice. You eat what you get to eat in there. And not to mention the other conditions that go on in there and how they live. I could just try, man. In Squash case, right? I'm sitting here and I'm reading through the paperwork and I'm thinking, and now that they've released more information, I know for sure now he was set up. Squash was handed over to the feds. He was handed over to the feds. I'll tell you a story real quick. When I was in the UK, right, I ran into this Jamaican dude who one time he was hooked on crack because at the first place, me go see young people smoke crack in a them weed like it was normal. And they would go to these drum and bass rave and jungle music rave. And the man them used to smoke crack. I got to know the sound of it, how it pop, pop, pop when them dry it. But I'm coming from the US and Miami at the time where crack was in the crack epidemic. I knew that crack wasn't going to be something I would even ever try to experiment with. Because I know crackheads. I've seen them. And I've seen people go from being regular people to dirty, messed up crackhead. This Jamaican brother I met in the UK, I remember him saying, oh, he was hooked on crack and he couldn't get off of it, and him people them are Jamaican, but he wasn't. So they sent him to Jamaica to his uncle in the hills. And him uncle is a Rasta man. And him uncle stripped back him diet to pure ital everything and put him on weed. So he smokes weed strictly. So now he's back in the UK and he's able to function without the crack. Him not do that no more, but him smoke him weed. And he must say, weed, nothing wrong with that, but he's still trying to taper himself off weed because he's saying that's not his favorite thing to do. And he wants to get to a place where him don't do anything at all. The brother tell me how he got to avoid prison time because he was a youth that was born in the UK, but he was in a circle of yardies. Man will come from Jamaica, but run stuff in the UK. Them are street people, right? He got in trouble. He made a deal. And the deal was they would let him back out and they would keep him. At the time, remember, I left the US as soon as I turned 18. The same week, matter of fact, I bought my ticket before I turned 18. I couldn't travel without parental consent. Me and my mother did go through some stuff. She wasn't going to sign no papers for me to go to no UK. My cousin them over there saying, come on, I bought my ticket the week before I turned 18 and I left the day after I turned 18. So me fresh, young and new to the world. Me don't know a confidential informant and all them something there is. But I learned. A whole heap of Jamaican man, him in the UK put in a prison by being a part of their stuff. The brother tell me one night, right? He said one night the man them carry him go way out on the waters on a little boat. And he said he started praying because he was like, them a go bust my head and drown me out there, you know. Because them find out, say, me I work with the people, them, with the feds. He said when he came back, all them did was carry him out in the middle of the water. Then meet up with somebody else, and it was pitch black out there. Then meet up with somebody else out there in the middle of the water. Some things get exchanged, words were said, and then come back in. They just wanted him to go with the ride. Him think I killed them, they don't kill him. So I did ask him, I said, so how long you have to do this? He said, that's the part. He can't never not do it. Anytime them tell him, say, work need to be done, and him need to gather information on something, or him need to get amongst these people and get some, he has to do it. I said, damn, what a life to live. So what happens if you don't do it? He said, if I don't do it, they bring up my case. And they put me in prison because he was selling crack in the UK, and they caught him with a whole lot of it. Fast forward to today. That is nothing new. This is exactly how Squash get handed over to the feds. Somebody who, you see the person who they said handed him the gun. One thing I started looking for, I said the guy who handed Squash the gun in front of the FBI agent, and the FBI agent them release information saying Squash is not who they were looking for. They had somebody else under surveillance. Squash just so happened to walk into their investigation. From that time there, me say that person there set that scene so they could observe. I'm gonna hand him to you. I promise I'm gonna hand him to you. I'm gonna bring him straight to you. It's gonna happen here. I'm gonna exchange. I'm gonna give him a Glock with a switch on it. Everything. Them know everything already. And him walk in. You know it go already. You talking in codes and ever. Yo, you think them ready? Yeah. 1, 2 plate of XYZ. Boom. The food good? Alright. Now come pick up my meal. Soon. You think you throwing nobody off? Man, we was doing that from way back when. We were doing that from way back when. You don't think law enforcement has advanced? You don't think they've caught on to all that? He's trying to speak in codes. Okay, we know where it's going to be at, set up operation and everything. When the car get pulled over, don't y'all notice that when they revealed who was in the car, them tell you about the driver, them tell you the driver what part of Miami him come from, them tell you his age as well. What else them tell you about him? Them tell you almost everything about the driver. And of course, they told you everything about Squash as well. Him real name, him date of birth, him status in the country, immigration-wise, all that. I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, so you have the driver, and I know the driver is not the one who gave him the gun, because if you read through the arrest affidavit, it tells you that the driver did in the car, and him come with the driver in the car and him in the passenger seat. The person who gave him the gun was outside of the car. So I see some people saying on the video I put up yesterday, I think is the driver set him up. The driver never set him up, my friend. The person outside of the car, whoever that is, set him up. Now, I'm watching the case, right? And I'm thinking, him definitely get set up for true. How come the guy who handed him the gun was not arrested? This is a Glock with a switch. That is illegal in all states. And if you're not military personnel who is designated specifically to have that weapon, you can't have that weapon. It is not legal to any civilian to have that weapon. So that person should have been arrested too. So I'm waiting for the paperwork to come out, because I want to see, does he have a co-defendant? Because by him handing him the gun, he becomes his co-defendant in the same case, because it's the same crime being witnessed. So now I walk with it? Right. Me still I hear only about the driver and him. Then I don't hear about the driver no more. I heard from somebody who contacted us who said that driver is my cousin, and they put his name out there and everything already. And my cousin is not in no trouble. He's gonna be all right because Squash already owned up to everything that's in the car. I say I'm not listening to that person because I know how the internet goes. People just jump up and, oh, that's my cousin, and I know everything. The people don't know them. They don't know the people. I guess they're looking for likes or whatever. And then fast forward down the road when Squash pled not guilty to everything. So I said, how you say he pled guilty to, or he owned everything in there but plead not guilty? How come the person who handed him the gun, we not hear nothing about him? They were very clear on who the others are involved, but nothing about this ghost person. Now, mind you, if this is a true FBI operation, just the mere fact that they revealed that the person who handed him the gun is who they really had under surveillance, they would have never put that information out to the public, because that would have tipped everybody else off like, yo, B, I me get Squash a gun, you know. I look at them and say, I me them have under surveillance. You see what I'm saying? They would have blown their own case. That tells me that as somebody where I work with them, that so them can put that out there like that. Him no have nothing for fear because he's already employed by them. Pay attention to the case. What's their motive for keeping all his information a secret while exposing all the others who are involved in this? How come they release info to the public about Squash, about the driver, but not about the third individual involved? Because this is a setup. Because the third individual involved was the person who walked him. And guess what? Squash now knows. This is your moment of realization, right? Where you're in a lockup now and you realize, John set me up, dog. John set me up. But they have to make it seem like everybody there is a criminal or everybody there was, outside of the law then. They can't just come out and say, yeah, a CI XYZ. So Squash now knows who that is. He knows. So now they're definitely going to be on to all his communication because they're looking for him to say to somebody else, yo, you see, boy, John, I in my work with them, dog. I in my work with them. Live on the air with SOUFLO, good morning. Live on the air with SOUFLO, good morning.
Afternoon on SOUFLO.
Afternoon, family, what going?
I remember what you said, Carmen not sleeping. Remember when brother? You remember what happened to him, brother? And when brother moved to King there was?
No, man. Oh yeah. You know, sir.
Remember, bro, you always preach on your channel. Karma always come for you.
But bro, listen up. You know, sir. When I saw that, I never know nothing about none of them, I just randomly see the video and I say, what kind of message this young man a push? Because I was more concerned about like the murder rate in Jamaica, I didn't know who they were. I didn't know who them they connected to. A little more later, when I'm analyzing the video, somebody said to me, then SOUFLO, see what spray paint on the zinc. And I said, I'm going to read it. And it's the same name that's in the Fed's paperwork right now. And I read it and I was like, okay, me don't know who that. So everything is adding up now. Yeah? Everything is adding up now. Now, as far as them money go, me don't know nothing what them do wrong. So I can't come out and say,
we don't have no dog in the fight.
Right. So I can't come. No, people, hold on there. people want me to say stuff like, you ain't for dead cause of all murderer. And I keep telling people.
No, you can't say that. You
Right.
can't say
I
that.
keep telling people, say, I don't have a problem saying that if I know that that's who somebody is. But me not know them business like that. So I can't say these things about the individual. You see what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, the Father sees and he knows all.
Yes, indeed, my friend. Yes,
and
indeed.
Father, and remember, you keep telling your audience, and you know, so I wish them just every day, just listen to the message where you have. Hey, brother, let me tell you something about you, eh?
Can't save some, bro. We can't save all.
I'm gonna say it before. You see, when me this first abuse you, me this stop pull away from you because me see the tattoo them. I'm a bias against tattoo. But then every time I'm hearing you talk, and and I hear you open your mouth, and you not try push God for nobody, and you not try push no religion for nobody.
See.
And you just say, hey, this is my experience growing up. This is what my grandparents taught me. And this is what I believe, and this is what I experience. You share your experience. Even if you went into the depth, they judge you, and they will judge you.
True.
And all y'all say to people, say, yo, make revelation reveal.
Man, I said to people, say, live a certain kind of life, bro, where you don't have to run and hide and look behind your back and all these things and duck gunshot from man. And, you know, I'm trying to, like, uplift and change and break some people out of cycle, but that's what we're supposed to do anyway, you know. I each one, teach one, you know. I mean, just do my little part. That's it. It don't take no religion to be a good person.
They're still not getting the message.
Yeah, I think some of them are and some are not. So I've now come to the conclusion that we can't save everybody. We can't save everybody.
If you save 5, you know, say you did good.
If we save 1, bro. Because life is that precious. If we save 1, we did good.
Never mind 5, eh?
Never mind 5. If we save 5 is a lot. If we save 1, we did good. Yeah, man.
Bless up.
Manners and respect, my brother.
What you're doing, man.
Bless up, manners.
All right. Peace be unto you and the family, eh?
Yeah, same to you and yours, yeah?
All right. Hey.
Hang up. Sorry. I apologize. The person who hand squash over is in trouble themselves. That's why that person there work. Well, let me see a comment in here. That's what I was thinking about. The Diddy case, as there's no one else arrested for sex trafficking. We'll soon get into the Diddy case. We have about 5 more minutes of this, and then we're gonna jump into the Diddy case. The person who hand squashed, listen to me good. The person who hand squashed over is a person who got into trouble themselves. I told you about my experience in the UK with the brother, where in family sent him go Jamaica, go clean up and come back, because it's the same thing going on with this person here. So it's somebody that's very deep in the streets, that have connections, that, you know, them know where the things and how the things go. And they are also connected to squash as well. I'm street linking in a real life, and somebody him could have trust. Thought he could trust. But that person is in trouble. So that person that try save themselves, so them sink him to save themselves. It happens all the time. If you were watching the trial of Young Thug, you will see that video where Woody was in the police interrogation room. And Woody was telling them, I'll work for you. I can't go to jail right now, man. Come on, man. I will work for you. I'm out here in these streets. I'm amongst them people. I will give you who you want. And the same thing they do all the time. So my message now to everybody else out here who's still a dibble and dabbling in them kind of life here, you are among informers. So just know, say, it's only a matter of time before either they mistake you for one and bust your head, or you get caught up by the feds to have to go work for them, or you sitting in somebody's prison for a lengthy ass time. It only goes those ways. There is no rejoicing coming out of this, and you're not going to win. All badness in the United States of America is owned already. Organized crime. You can't go extort nobody because the mob run extortion, and once they figure out that you extorting the people who they already are extort on a higher level and swore to protect, you're gonna get your head bust or you're gonna get police come run up on you in the highest order. The drug trade already cornered off. Prostitution already cornered off. Sex trafficking, human trafficking already cornered off. You must think, say, it's a free market. It ain't no free market. All these illegal things make a lot of money, and people already corner them off, and they already have their big links in government, in the police force, law enforcement, all them something there. You don't have them kind of link there. You don't have them kind of link there. You're just gonna be a small fish in a big ass pond. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
Hey, SOUFLO, good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Fine, thank you. Don't you think if he didn't ask for the gun, if somebody just carry a gun, come give you some?
Him asked for the gun.
If he didn't ask for it, that person would just bring it to him like that. He set up his own self.
No, y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the point. So check it, right? You could say he set up his own self, and I understand what you're saying. He set up his own self by being involved in a certain lifestyle, period. You set up yourself. However, the setup I'm talking about is them setting the scene for you to be brought into custody. That setup.
But you never have to take the gun from that person because he's not straight in the country. He's illegal in the country.
Yeah, missed the point, Mama. You don't know street. You don't know nothing about street, and I could tell. You're missing the point. He didn't have to. He didn't have to. He didn't have to, but that's along the lines of what he does.
As far as how I understand the situation, he started this crime spree in Jamaica, in Montego Bay. He was a international gang leader, from how I understand it. And
I don't know about none of that.
Oh, that's what I heard yesterday.
No about no international. Yeah, that's the problem. So you.
Yeah, and he said that he started his crime spree in Jamaica.
Okay,
he got a visa to come to United States, and then by the second day he was back out of the country, and then he didn't come through the front door, as you'll say. He came across the border. They cannot find out how did he get back in the country.
Did you listen to my video that I put up yesterday?
No, I didn't get to see your video.
Okay, yesterday. Don't listen to other people, then tell me about them. Listen to my content, then tell me about me. That's how I do. Cause the reason why I do it like that is because I don't listen to other people, and I do my due diligence and research, and I do put thought into my content. So
you have to listen to everybody.
Okay, well you do that then, but me don't want to hear that because it's some of it you're saying is misinformation, and I'm not gonna correct you. I'm not gonna correct you. So may I tell you listen to mine first, and then we can have a conversation about that.
Okay.
All right. So it's not international gang leader, it's a transnational.
Oh, transnational.
Yes, and they have two different meanings.
Oh, but what they're saying that he's the leader of the group from Jamaica. So I don't know. Because
the feds did say that. The feds did say that. But listen to the video I put up yesterday first.
Okay.
All right. All right.
You have a good day.
You too now. Yeah, me not really do the other vlogger say and somebody else say and somebody else say. If you ain't listening to my content after I done put all that together, I don't pull my stuff out the air. So if you give somebody else that time, then you go argue that with them and with them say in a for them content. But once you start spitting something and I know I didn't say that, then yeah, I was listening to this other guy and this is what this other guy said. Then listen to that other guy then, or ask that other guy to explain to you what it is. But me not have time for you to explain what another guy said. I know what I said, and I put my video up, right? All right. She said she have to listen to everyone, so make sure you listen to everyone. I'm not mad at you listening to everyone, but Not everyone carries the same information. Some of it is similar, but not all of it is 100. Remember, I told y'all before, some people embellish the stories. Some people, if the actual paperwork says one person was shot, by the time you go listen to such man say 14 people him shot, you know. And them man me I tell you my people, a real murderer them from Jamaica, you know. And a 7 man him murder in a so and so before him even reach the US, you know. And I don't do that kind of content. So when you bring that to me now, me and you not gonna have a good conversation, cause what you want me to do? Remember, I know, I'm gonna tell you this: the world is small. The world is very small, especially for people like me. The world is small. I can't tell you how much people me talk about, do stories on, and turn left yasa and running at them brother and them cousin and them father and them themselves. And I've never had anybody say, yo, walk up when you do that story upon me, dog, and make me look like say XYZ. I never had that problem. So I'm gonna stick to my ingredients of the way how I do things. All right. All right. We do it like this for a reason. Somebody said yesterday, just stop repeating yourself in your content. You're the same person who, if I didn't repeat myself, you would go away saying something I never said. There's a method to the madness of how we do or why we do what we do, how we do it. Right? Right. So let me finish off the squash something so we can get into the Diddy something. Don't have much to say about the squash something, only about a minute more. The person who handed squash to the feds is somebody who he can trust. He knows now who that person is. Him know for sure. Now, as far as him being offered a plea deal, he has until August something. I forgot to put the name is in the video. The days are in the video that we put up yesterday. And then if he doesn't accept the plea deal, his trial begins shortly after. I asked my audience yesterday, give me 1 second, caller. I'm going to answer. I asked my audience yesterday, do you think that he should accept the plea deal? Somebody said, me wouldn't accept no plea deal because I'm going to prison anyways. I'm going to tell you like this. This is going to be very hard for him to beat. Very hard for him to beat. One confusion in there that I saw y'all had, because I don't like people being confused with my content. So his wife should be arrested too then, because they mentioned that his wife is somebody who married him while he was in Chrome Detention Center. And, you know, that's the reason why he was actually released from Chrome Detention Center. Because them hold him before, right? And they had him in immigration hold before. Well, she went in there and married him in there. And then he put in the paperwork with immigration. So that's why he was released there. They said that the gun, she bought the gun for him. That we're going off the paperwork. The wife bought the gun for him. The gun that they're saying she bought for him is not the Glock, not the chip Glock. It's another gun. If you go back and read the original report, there were multiple guns that were found in the car. The report says one of the guns that were found in the car traces back to a gun that she purchased. So she purchased that for him. It's not the Glock. The Glock was a different gun, and that's the one that got him in the problem that he's in. I said it before, I say it again. If Squash did get catch with a regular gun, in case would have been a regular case. But because he got caught with a modified gun, a chip Glock, a device on the gun that turned the gun from regular semi-automatic into fully automatic, that becomes an interest for the federal government, among all the other things that's going on the radar. They said they've been on him since 2019. He's been on their radar since 2019. We're in 2025. That's another reason for Unufi left certain things alone. You see how long them are watch you? From 2019, them saying, you know? And that's where the lady just now was coming from with some of the information, which is in my video. Some of the information, like when he first came into the country, we put out that he came into the country legally, which he did. We put out that he came into the country legally on a work visa to come do a couple of shows, which we found out. that that's not true. He actually came in on a tourist visa, right? And him left 2 days later. Why you move like that? Don't you? The amount of people that these people know are trying to get visas to come into the US from Jamaica, you are already a big red flag to them if you get granted that visa and you left 2 days later after you reach here. And then, of course, they found out after they pulled him over that first time that he is nowhere on the radar. Like, they can't tell which port he came into the country through. Then it was discovered that he came in because them have a confidential informant, which is another confidential informant that's working with them. Not the one will lead him to them. Another one, which I told you all about before this. Another confidential informant that is giving them information as to all the nicknames of all the individuals, where to go find their pictures, stringing the whole thing together. And that was the first person that told them that he came in through the border along with X, Y, Z, and Z, them people here, right? It's a case where I don't think he's going to be able to beat. So back to the question before we end this part. Do you think he should take the plea deal or go to trial and fight it? I see somebody yesterday said, I'm not taking no plea deal because I'm going to prison anyways. Well, in his case, the plea deal could mean 5 years and then you're deported, or 10 years, or it could mean witness protection, or it could mean anything else. It doesn't have to necessarily mean you'll go to prison for a long time. If it's chopping my 20 into 10, that's why I'm not do them kind of lifestyle, you know, because the minute them say 20 to me and them offer me something with a 5 come with it, you know, say over there, so me that coming on try to know 20 in nobody prison. I squinge up my body and fight man offer me for 20 years. When them tell me say you can out in a 5. If you're just so I don't know. Should he take the plea deal or not? I don't know what's in the plea deal. That's the part, right? But I'm sure it's going to be revealed later. Stay tuned for that. He should have a conversation with his attorney to see what is being offered. Nans. Absolutely. Nans. And that's what I say too. I don't know what's in the plea deal. So we have to stay tuned. But they are going to make it public. I'll say this before we end this. One thing about the US is everything is going to be on front page eventually. I know Jamaica this. Everything are going to be on front page eventually. So we will know soon what is entailed in that plea deal. Watch and see. Watch and see. Now, moving right along, right? Let's take this call real quick. I appreciate you calling back, caller. Live on the air with SOUFLO.
Good morning, son. How you doing?
Morning, my brother. What going?
I'm there.
Talk to you.
My question is, what if Squat did hold on to me and take you off Bluetooth? You hear me clearly?
Yeah, man. We hear you good.
All right. What if Squash had asked the person purchased the gun from? Are you affiliated with any form of police officer, or are you a police officer?
That don't mean nothing. Jerome, maybe we can tell them this too. They are now allowed to even sit and snort 2 lines of coke with you and burn a big spliff with you, because these are the things that people actually look for to say, okay, I'm not a policeman, because I'm snort the 2 lines of coke them in front of me. They're allowed to do all that too, and still gather information that will be deemed credible. This back in the day, they weren't allowed to do that. So people used to test them. But now they are allowed to do all that. So there's no way that you can know.
So all of that is out, because my favorite shows are First 48 Hour, Law and Order, SUV, SVU, Law and Order, and all of them.
See.
But I know back in the days, you know, I used to know people, if them want certain things, they go buy it to enjoy themselves, and they normally you ask, are you a police officer? And they can't say no.
Right.
They have to say yes.
Right.
All of that gone.
Yes. That gone. That all that is gone. They can lie now. They can say, no, I'm not. Do I look like a
And
police to you?
and your lawyer can say, Your Honor, if the police, lied.
And then trapped my client and nope. No.
Them days are finished.
Them days they're done, bro. Just like how all surveillance system done. And it's an upgrade now. Them upgraded now. Them can lie.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you said squash goose cook.
Yeah, I would say. But I don't know what's in that plea deal. So I can't say that yet. But I don't think this is a case that he can outright just beat and walk away. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
So, but if them a bad man, why one out of gang they sing like a bird?
Cause that's how it always go. Them only bad and 10 toes down in these streets and gangster until 2 people come. Remember me say this all the time? That's why me did go turn soldier, because me look at it and say, the only gang me know where every other gang run from is police gang or soldier gang. So them must not be that bad. Because police and soldier can have you in a them situation here. You know, sister, if you're not joining police or soldier, you're losing already.
Yeah.
All right.
But what I'm saying is that I've heard a lot of people were after him. And then during the time he had a few. So I would say, blame them always a threatening time out there that people go hold him and man come see him. So I thought that's why I'm gear up and saying man to go harm up himself more to protect his life.
It is why. It is why. That's public information too. It is why. But you know, here the defense when we did a workup for him. I said if I was his attorney, I would tell the judge, I say, Your Honor, my client is trying to change his life. That can't work now, you know. You know why that can't work now? I could have said, Your Honor, my client's trying to change his life. He ran away from Jamaica because his life was in danger. He has lost many family members. There are gunmen or killers there who swear that he is next. They've made attempts at his life before. They've killed his younger brother. They've XYZ. My client ran into some of these people he was trying to run from. Apparently, the world is not that big. And because of that, he got paranoid and he started carrying weapons to protect himself. That might be could have fly where them say, okay, we're going to give you a status, but you have to move, go, we are Montana or something like that. But now that we're hearing the feds them say, oh, he's been on our radar since 2019. That can't fly again, bro.
But I said them give post butter for carry. Them go get chip that game.
And them a label him leader of a transatlantic or transnational criminal organization. Hello. Donald Trump come up with that for MS-13 transnational criminal organizations. All of them are labeled terroristic groups. And that's under that is how he was able to expedite deportation and have all of them in El Salvador. So I write in that category them fit squash now.
So from them I watching from 2019, there was no way he's gonna escape. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, that's a matter of time.
And what if him just did change his life around?
What if him did change his life around? It might have could have worked. It might have could have worked, but now that them catch him, which part them catch him, that come on, bro. I hears so that.
Might have could
have worked. You know, see, I know what country we come from. It might have could have been our. Yo, boy, told life sweet and life good, brother. Me say all when time me broke like church mouse, you know, me can just reach down on the beach there. Me not do nothing when them people are getting up. Not even can call me.
When you always talk about what the publishers clearing house?
But I dropped me around officer, a little drop me. I was acting. We don't in none of them sitting there. All right, bro. We not in none of them sitting there at all. Me claustrophobic already, you know, so them gonna lock me up in anybody prison. I'm mad. Me I go mad out in there. first of all, I will be one of them doodle in my hand and just slap on the wall. So I just sling doodle after them and them something there. Anyhow, watch me. The victim role doesn't fit Squash. Just look on him. Jaja God. We'll move along. We have about a couple of minutes left. Let's talk about the Diddy case. Squash case, we're ending this one by saying we'll wait to hear more like what the plea deal entails and what's his decision, because he has a deadline to make a decision. So the next update you hear is probably going to be what is in the plea deal, and he said no to the plea deal, and or yes, or XYZ. So we are going to wait for all that. Right? Me would have stay shit up, Mr. But first of all, I don't want no man call right. Me say every time I do them, I just wipe it all over myself. I want my own cell. He's crazy. He bathes in his own poop. Oh my God. Frick. Throw his food down the hallway. Slide it under the door. My cell shit up. No, nobody around me. Me? Me not sitting there, man. I mean, I do not go close to nothing. Yo, the way how life sweet out there. Nah, sir. When you see my wife, I me get feel like lay down back at that every night and when she poke out her little body so I me just night son. No sir, what me are doing a cell with man? worse than man they start look for you like I'm never getting out of here. Wow, we can do something. We can do what? What we can do? I'm never getting out of here. How long you in here for, short timer? Big guy? No sir. Let's snuggle. I'm okay. I want to sleep on the top bunk. Hey boy, I said let's snuggle, let's snuggle. Last some guys like pooping on them thoughts like beat the balloon stuff. Listen. Diddy case. I don't know if y'all paying attention to Diddy's trial. It took a wild turn. The prosecution just asked if they can get rid of one of the jurors. One of the jurors, if they can get rid of him and replace him with a new juror. This is 5 weeks in to testimonies. They want to suddenly get rid of one of the jurors. Juror number 6. Yes, an African-American male, Nance. You're on point. So they want to get rid of one black man off of the jury. They are saying that he is not expressing enough candor. So you know, so I'm going to look up what candor is. C-A-N-D-O-R. Turns out he is not being genuine. The way he expresses his feelings is not to their liking then. But I'm saying to myself, this is 5 weeks worth of testimony. Oh, and they also put out that he's a black male. He is a hip hop fan, and he probably lied to get on the jury. Jane is still testifying. Papa, is that your mom? Kai? Are you? Okay, Jane is still testifying, right? I think Jane, who they put up a next article this morning that says the prosecution is now super concerned because Jane's cover has been blown. They are so late. First of all, everybody knew from day one that it was 50 Cent's baby mom. We were just afraid to like outright say it. They're so, it's 50 Cent's baby mother. She just testified how she is still in love with Diddy. She loves him very much. That's her baby. He's the one who is paying all her bills. He has her in a luxury house out in California. He pays all the bills and gives her $10,000 a month stipend to go shopping plus other gifts and stuff. She said she doesn't only get the 10,000, she gets other gifts. Like he gave her $20,000 because she had a business idea that she wanted to pursue, and he gave her $20,000 to start up that business idea. She misses him. She misses his company. She loves bathing him. That's a Shakira, you're not being me. She loves bathing him. She loves rub him down and lay down with him and cuddle after the hotel nights. Hotel nights is her word for freak offs, but she don't like use the word freak off, so she used hotel nights. She said one night Diddy make she take 4 man in the one night, back to back. And he was the 4th one. So me I said the guy is super freaky, but past super freaky, that's kind of weird that a man would actually want to go there after 4 other men go there. But me I said maybe he just knows that these women have like this insatiable appetite that he as one man would not be able to fulfill. So him take pleasure in enjoying them, allowing. Cause which regular woman would I do that? If me said to one of you know when me a date, say you have to take 3 man tonight, and then me I gonna be the 4th one. That's the man she loves. That's the man she loves. Yeah. So what you say, Audrey? So before the jury was seated, the judge said that he is considering whether to dismiss juror number six, and that he will handle the issue today after hearing both sides from prosecution and defense, why they think he should go versus why they think he should stay. The prosecutors said that upon review, they found that there appeared to be a lack of candor with the court from this particular juror. But here's what Jane said in the meantime. She talked about long hotel nights. She testified about the longest hotel night she could remember, saying that one occurred about in 2022. She estimated that it went for about 3 days long, and it involved 3 men. Then she testified that after that hotel night, she saw Diddy on vacation with another woman, and she texted him out of frustration, and she said, after you let me do all that for you, you go take this bitch on vacation. That was Young Miami. You out on a yacht with Young Miami after all that I did for you just now. You have me feeling so taken advantage of, and now I regret everything. She then testified that about that same time, 2022, around that time when that was happening, she persuaded Diddy to leave a trip that he was on with another woman by telling him that if he didn't leave that trip now, she wouldn't do no more of these hotel nights for him. And he ditched who it was that he was with because his hotel nights freak-offs were more important. So you see what she's doing to the jury. She is basically saying I was in control because I could tell him if I wanted to do it or not. Matter of fact, I would get jealous when I see him with another woman. So this one time he was on a vacation out on a yacht with XYZ. I texted him and I said, hey, no more hotel nights for you. Leave now or I'm not doing any more of these. And he left right away. She said that was the first time I pulled that card, and it worked. She also confirmed that she was the one that planned the hotel nights for Valentine's Day of that year after Diddy left the vacation early because she wanted him for herself for Valentine's, not for him to be somebody else. She said she planned to have 2 entertainers that night in the room at once. And that was all her idea, not his. She come in there for free up the case for the prosecution. I don't know why the judge haven't thrown this out yet, but she obviously working with the prosecution. Don't forget her attorney that represents her now. She also told them that he's the one that's paying for my attorney that's representing me right now. Conflict of interest much? Unconditional. Several text messages between her and Diddy were read aloud, so the jurors could hear them. Jane was showing her affection for Diddy in a couple of the text messages. Around 2023, she moved into the home that he still pays for. She said, "I love you so much. I love you so much as my friend, as my lover, as my boyfriend, even though you don't like that word." So Diddy never want her to call him boyfriend. These are her text messages that are being shared. So there goes the prosecution's case of coercion and force and all the other stuff they're saying. There was about a 2-month period in which Jane said she did not have hotel nights. She testified, she said that they spent several days together during that period. You know, he was trying to make up because she was feeling like, I'm doing too much of that, and you giving your time to somebody else and just leaving me out there. So he was like, boom, let me give you some undivided attention. And he did for about 2 months. No hotel nights, just them. She said they spent several days together during that period, which was from April 14th until late June. And during one June day, Diddy texted her and said, "I don't want to make you mad. It's all good. I'm not really in the mood for that part." She texted him and said, "I'm not really in the mood for that stuff, and I don't want to make you mad." And he said, "Don't worry about it. It's all good." Then Jane testified that for her birthday in 2023, she asked Diddy for $15,000 because she wanted to buy some outfits and go out to dinner. When you see them kind of life, yeah? Not one of you in here where I watch this as woman have no man where you can ask for $15,000 just because you want to buy an outfit and go out to dinner. You think these women ain't doing what is required of them to do to be able to access this type of lifestyle? She said Diddy gave it to her. He paid for the dinner. She also testified that she went along with it. He went along with it when he said he had an entertainer planned for her after her birthday dinner. She said it was her birthday, but because he had paid for everything, and then at the end of it said, I got a guy for you. I got an entertainer for you tonight. She went along with that one because she felt under pressure. You must think, say, I saw $15,000 come. She thought she was just going to get $15,000. So the man, I'm going to spice up your birthday night. You can have the outfit that you want. You can have the $15,000. You could go out to the dinners that you want at the places that you want. Everything. Anything else you want? Got it. Boom. At the end of the night, I got long schlong for you. He's in the building. It's going down. She said, down. All right, bet. But I'm gonna go do it. But I'm doing it because I feel pressured. Then they went to Turks and Caicos. The jury saw text messages exchanged after Jane learned that Diddy lied to her and actually took another woman on a birthday vacation to Turks and Caicos immediately after he was with her for her birthday. This is rich people stuff. Most of us spend that much money. We don't have no money left to go to no damn Turks and Caicos. So boom, he out in Turks and Caicos with somebody else right after this, after her vacation, after her birthday. She's super upset. She said she was hurt after being made to have intercourse with 3 guys. And then they broke up for several weeks until Diddy planned another trip to Turks and Caicos for him and her. Then she's back together with him again. You know what that is? Okay, so you mad that I took her to Turks and Caicos? Yeah, I'm mad. I never been to Turks and Caicos before. And you let me do that with them 3 dudes that night, and then you skated off with her to damn Turks and Caicos? I want my damn Turks and Caicos trip too. He said, all right. Stop talking to the man for several weeks until he planned the Turks and Caicos trip. You know, his private jet off to the Turks, and she's back together with him again. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning.
SOUFLO, my brother.
Yeah, my brother, what go on?
That's time, man. I try for one little orientation and I start one new gig. Need some of you know.
See it.
But what I say still, you see what I realize with that trial, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
One major thing I'll promote time. We go just find out, say, Diddy, our big rich man, we do a big bed with our work. There is no way.
We do a big sitting when I walk.
There is no way. You might want to work.
Yeah.
I have to employ too much man for the work team woman them. It does not make no sense to me, brother.
It don't make no sense to me neither, bro.
Brother, me feel like the man thing now work, bro.
Either that or the man them in want, but he might move slowly towards it. I don't know.
I even think I man them in want. I still not think that for man thing does not work, bro.
But the woman them say it work, bro.
You might be like, we sure them say it work, but that part me.
Yeah, man, they say it work. Cassie say it work. This one you say it work.
You know that.
Boy, I don't know, no, but they say them love it and it works. Young Miami say it work. Yo, matter of fact, young Miami say when you're done with him, you have to go get IV and drip because him no sleep and he goes and goes. That's what she said. Eh?
I changed the $1,000 young man get
she did high.
She just told you say anything.
Yeah, she did high. You know when you're high, I drug 5 minutes feel like an hour and a half. Yo.
3 minutes look like 3 hours.
Yeah. Slow motion, everything, bro.
All right. So, you know.
Yo.
Anyway, I'll go back in our chat until we reach me.
All right. Manners. Yo, my mom said, at 300,000 she gets this is so. There's a lot of men that love to watch other men do their women, and it is a common thing with wealthy white men. That's weird. That's not your woman that you want. Live on the air with SOUFLO. Good morning. Afternoon.
SOUFLO.
Yeah, family.
I agree with the last caller.
Me about 2 minutes left in there, so please make it quick.
I feel like say something not going with him, Diddy. Why he might invite everybody else? Like he might the finisher.
Yeah.
He make them do everything and him finish the job.
But listen. Them say that with Kim, his assistant, we did there very close with him, like she clean up after them and everything. She said with Kim, he wouldn't even suggest it. Him would have flick back with him to make a next man even look on Kim. So I'm telling you, sir, the other woman them they are in freaky side something we're fulfilling fantasies. But him real woman,
baby mother.
yes, him no want nobody for even blink wrong in a fair direction.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Flo, did you get any information on his mother's testimony?
No,
and
not
him
yet.
changing his verdict from he changed his verdict to guilty.
No, sir.
Can me see one something?
No go, sir.
Okay.
No go, sir. He's still 10 toes down on the not guilty.
Just a check because they might show something where his mother did testify against him.
No, sir. You see, this the internet. All right.
No, me just to make sure.
Yeah, me know, man, but me I tell you, said this the internet, so anything depend on it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. I know what she's talking about. I saw one yesterday, and me know that think they use AI or some editing something, and then make see them face look so. And see them a box cartel, and her hand spread out on him face so. And she looked like this, like she's slapping my back and so. And the caption said, "See them slaps cartel for when he suggested that he wanted to call Shorty to say happy birthday." I said, damn, whoever did this artwork, me I thief the artwork, you know. But then I said to myself, so me can't use it because me not gonna do that kind of story there because I know it's not true. Shorty just celebrated her birthday. Happy birthday, Shorty. Shorty just celebrated her birthday recently, right? So that's what they were playing on. This world you live in now, we are at the place now where you will see people doing things that they never did and in places that they have never been. So you have to really be careful and vet your sources as to what it is you're seeing even, because this can happen, especially in artwork. Right? Especially in artwork. Them can make the man look like him a cry, him stress out. Man never look so yet. Even him a look on it like when me did I cry so. So we're gonna leave this one right here where we're at right now, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. May I save this before we go on tomorrow. But in the Diddy case, they are thinking of throwing out a juror, which I don't think they should throw the juror out. I think 5 weeks of testimony, that juror, everybody that's on that jury team right now is already leaning to one side or the next. What I think is happening is they don't have anything on Diddy, and they are witnessing a juror who is willing to say, okay, enough of this BS right here. Come with the racketeering, come with the sex trafficking, because I still haven't seen it yet. Y'all wasting my damn time. It's been about 5 weeks now. So because he's not given the energy where they feel, damn, he could be an obstruction. He could make this end up in a mistrial. He could be the one who sway it the other way. Let's try to get rid of him. It's a tactic because they have nothing. They have nothing. Them can't charge the man for freakiness. If they're going to charge him for hitting, there has to be proof. And if there is proof, that should be at a domestic level at another court, not in a federal court. Same thing is happening all over again. We're going to leave it right here. We have all the equipment set up. Let's hope and pray. Hope and pray. Hope and pray so the equipment stay right where it's at and we can vibe like this tomorrow morning for our festive Friday morning thoughts. All right? My grandmother, Miss Ruby, right over me says, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. And my grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare me life. Wanna walk good? One love. I'm out. Peace.